What's going on, everybody? It's your guy Damien here. Thank you for tuning in to another edition of my new YouTube series, actually episode 2, where I'm just trying to create another positive space for us to come here, get a gym or two while we're all on the road to become the one and live the dream. But look, some of y'all know how I like to get down, so look, I ain't gonna hold you. So let's get into it. I want to take a second and talk about Master P. Y'all know who that is. You know, Master P, the rapper, the businessman, the entrepreneur, whatever title you want to give him. It's a guy that pretty much have his hands in anything. And a few months ago, he had his No Limit Chronicles documentary to come out. And I know a lot of y'all probably saw it. And the thing that stuck with me the most was when he was talking about his $1 million deal. So at the time, he had about $500 in his pocket. And then he had that offer for the $1 million deal. And even in that situation, he still turned down the deal. And that was significant for me, you know, his mindset behind it. You know, he said that, you know, somebody was willing to offer him that much money, that he had to be worth more. He said that with that experience, he realized his value. And that was the important part for me, you know, him realizing his value. And not only him realizing it, but being willing to take a risk to get it. You see, when you know what you're worth, it's hard for you just to settle for what people give you. You know, but the problem is with a lot of us is, you know, we're too scared to really go out and get what we're really worth. We're too focused on or worried about what we may lose, what we have to sacrifice. You know, and Tony Robbins said it best. He said, our fear of loss is much greater than our desire for gain. So we would rather hold on or work that much harder to hold on to what we have than we would to take the necessary risk to get what we truly want from our lives. And that's significant. Like, we focus so much on what we may lose or what we have to sacrifice that we don't even think about the potential upside of going after whatever it is we're going after. So take a second and think. You know, think about your goals, think about your dreams, think about all the great things that you want to see and want to achieve. And then ask yourself, what will you lose by settling for what people give you? You know, what will you lose by having your focus just on maintaining and not elevating? You know, essentially, what will you lose by holding on to what you have? It's about the vision you have for yourself. You know, sometimes you got to pass up on good to get to great. You know, some of us are walking around fake fulfilled because we're comfortable doing what we're doing, but it's not really what we want to do. It's not really giving us purpose or doing what gives us life. You know, so like I said, it's about the vision you have for yourself. If you see yourself doing more, having more, then you owe it to yourself to take that risk. You owe it to yourself to go after it. You owe it to yourself to really walk by faith and not by sight. You know, if you don't take that chance, you don't know how far you can go or what you can actually accomplish. You know, when you don't pass up on good, or when you try to go for great and you end up settling for good, it's like putting yourself in a cage. Like Dr. Miles Monroe said, you know, the cage doesn't take away what the bird can do. It only limits it. So with that being said, don't limit yourself. Really go after what you choose to go after. You know, the road may be tough, the road may be difficult, the road may not even make sense at times. But if you believe you're worth it, then you owe it to yourself to see it all the way through. Pass up on good to get to great. Get what you're worth. Become the one, live the dream.